NARIGP ingie kijiji hiki cha Ndumwa, tulikuwa na changamoto ya majani na hasa vyakula.
Maji yote yenye inatoka huko juu ilikuanga mingi kabisa. Kwa hivyo kwa shamba yangu si kuanga na amani, juu maji yote ilikuwa inabeba.
Lakini wakati NARIGP iliingia, iliweza kutupatia msaada.
Kwa maoni yangu, naona tutaenda mbele.
Kiambu County is one of the most populous counties in Kenya, known for being agriculturally productive with fertile soils that support the growth of a variety of crops, including tea, coffee, Irish potatoes, maize, beans, and cabbages, with climatic conditions that favor profitable dairy production. Kiambu people themselves, jokingly referred to as Ando Anyomba, treasure agriculture and engage in it as their predominant economic activity. This ensures food security and constant creation of opportunities for employment and economic stability. Despite agriculture having such a huge impact on the lives of residents here and being such a huge contributor to the county's economy, the sector, as is the case with many other counties, has over time experienced challenges related to production and market access. It was no surprise then that the county was among those earmarked to receive support from the National Agricultural and Rural Inclusive Growth Project, NARIGP. The NARIGP project is boosting the quantities and quality of production within 4 prioritized value chains across 20 wards in Kiambu, increasing farmers' profitability and incomes.
Out of the 20 wards, we were able to mobilize communities, our beneficiaries, into common interest groups along the 4 value chains, out of which we have been able to mobilize 21,450 beneficiaries in 803 common interest groups. Out of the 803, we have been able to fund 550 to the tune of about 212 million, and they are at various stages of implementation.
Increasing productivity means having farmers avoid conventional farming and adopting the use of good agricultural practices and advanced technologies. In Lari Kirenga, for example, a group of tenacious farmers applied for, were funded, trained, and offered support to engage in profitable potato farming. These farmers have demonstrated that better yields are possible with the simple adoption of suitable potato farming practices.
Hii mradi imetusaidia sana kujua potato zenye tutapanda. Tumejua kuna certified green seed zenye tunawanunulia, tukiwanunulia wanapanda, na kwa hakika Lari Kirenga ward tumefaidika sana. Kuna wakulima wengi wamefaidika na viazi, na tena wamefaidika na kujua umuhimu wa kupanda mbegu yenye inafaa.
Hiyo wakati tuliletewa hizo mbegu inatusaidia, sababu hiyo ni mbegu mpya ambayo haijapandwa hapa tena. Kwa hivyo vile tunaiona itatusaidia mbele, vile inakuwa inatuonyesha kama iko mzuri sana.
Something that really worked so well for the project is the issue of the community-driven approach. Because in the 20 wards, we have what we call community-driven development committees, which manage funds on behalf of the communities. They have really assisted in the implementation in terms of mobilizing the farmers, managing the community funds.
One of the highest income streams for most Kiambu residents is the high-quality milk produced by dairy farmers here. In order to increase the benefits from this value chain, the county has invested in and supported the establishment of a number of milk cooling and processing plants within its borders. The NARIGP project is supporting initiatives that are increasing milk production and securing quality right from the farmer level all the way to processing and markets. One such investment was an 8.4 million Kenya shilling enterprise development grant made to Gatamayo Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society Limited to support their efforts in milk pasteurization. Funds received were used to secure pasteurization equipment for that endeavor, ultimately ensuring sustained market for dairy farmers within the locality. Before they received the enterprise development grant, they had received an inclusion grant of 499,850 Kenya shillings, which helped them increase and capacity build their members.
Gatamayo Dairy Cooperative Society was registered way back in 1963 with 26 members at start. And it grew up to about 2012, it had grown to 4,600 members. But due to various issues, management issues and competition and other challenges, the operations went quite low. So then the AGM decided to pick on with the assistance of the county government, they picked on an interim committee to be able to salvage the society. And that's it. So when they were already doing the salvaging, they had already pushed from 2013 to up to about 2019. NARIGP came on board. When NARIGP came on board, they came in at the right time, when Gatamayo was already looking to an issue of pasteurizing the milk. By the time NARIGP came on board, we had already visited various suppliers, and had already gotten some quotations on the pasteurizers. We already knew about what level and what kind of capital that was required.
Hii Gatamayo Dairy tangu waletewe hiyo mashini wametusaidia sana. Wananunua maziwa safari 3. Asubuhi saa 11 mimi nauza kilo 40. Saa 6:30 25. Saa 12:30 wanachukua 25. Hiyo ni mzuri sana sababu bereni tulikuwa nauza safari moja. Watoto yangu nimesomesha na maziwa. Inanisaidia sana tangu nianze hiyo mambo ya ng'ombe.
We were at 5,700. At that time, we were only able to pay farmers about 30 shillings. Right now, as at last month, we paid 38 shillings and 50 cents. The volumes have grown from that 5,700 to the current about 10,300. Of course, as we sell, we get more revenue, and we are also now able to pay the farmer more.
With this investment and expansion, numerous employment opportunities have been created, especially for the youth, throughout the dairy value chain.
With the coming of NARIGP, we have managed also to empower the youth by employing them, especially the ones who do the collection of milk with the motorbikes. They earn better money than when they would maybe just be ferrying passengers from point A to B. And they are quite happy to be associated with us. And as the volumes increase, and it's more so given the terrain of this area, then that appears now to be our mode of transportation even going forward.
The Gatamayo Dairy, which has made several milestones, they have been able to increase their membership. They have also been able to increase their milk volumes from about 5,700 litres to up to 10,300 litres of milk. The prices have also increased. Actually, when we were starting to work with them, they were not even collecting milk over the weekends and on public holidays. As a result of some of the interventions, like the coolers, and also pushing them to be able to identify other markets, they are able to collect milk even over the weekends and over the holidays, which is a huge milestone for the farmers.
After 3 years, wakulima wa maziwa watakuwa wengi sana sababu wanapata soko. Bereni hatukuwa na soko.
Limuru Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society in Limuru Town is another beneficiary of NARIGP's efforts in enhancing the capacity of dairy producer organizations within Kiambu County. Members of the cooperative have for a long time had the dream of expanding and incorporating extended shelf life milk and yogurt processing lines in their processing plant. According to them, The two investments will guarantee sale of all the milk sourced from farmers and will further offer room for farmers to produce more. Indeed, such vision requires support, and NARIGP project thrives on this.
Limuru Dairy is at the importation stage, so the equipment are at the point of being imported, which we believe once imported, they are really going to play a critical role in ensuring that milk gluts are not an issue anymore, and also to be able to have the prices go up, because they intend to have the long life milk produced.
Milk yields are heavily affected by the kinds of feeds given to dairy animals. Quality feeds generally mean better milk yields and milk quality. As support is given to the processors to expand, parallel support is being made to producers to guarantee increased milk quantities and quality. NARIGP has supported various groups, including the Gukena Farmers Group in Doma Village, who were provided with a feed mixing machine. Today, the group has a consistent production of high-quality feeds.
Kabla NARIGP ingie kijiji hiki cha Doma, tulikuwa na changamoto ya majani na hasa vyakula. Tulikuwa tunapata vyakula duni, lakini wakati NARIGP iliingia, iliweza kutupatia msaada, ikaweza kutununulia bidhaa ambavyo tungetumia kuchanganya vyakula ambavyo vimetusaidia sana. Tumeongezea mafuno, tumeweza kuwa tunatengeneza our dairy meal ambayo ni ya hali ya juu, haiwezi shindana na zile tunauziwa. Wakati waliingia, tulikuwa tunatengeneza kama ngunia 10. Kwa sasa kwa wiki tunaweza tengeneza ngunia 40 kwa wiki moja.
With the increase in access to high quality feeds, members and non-members alike are witnessing an increase in milk production.
Kwa maoni yangu naona tutaenda mbele juu hiyo chakula zile tulikuwa tukinunua beleni zilikuwa na bei kali, lakini sio chakula mzuri. Sasa tunatarajia tutapokea maziwa mingi. Juu chakula ni sisi tunajitayarishia tukisomeshwa na watu na officers. Tunatarajia tutapata pesa. Na hata watoto watasoma vizuri, hatutataabika sana. Kwa hivyo tunashukuru kwa NARIGP.
Nilikuwa tunasafiri bari kuchukua chakula ambacho hazikuwa kimefikia kiwango. Saa hii tunapata chakula kwa urahisi. Pili, ukiwa mwanachama, unajua wakati huu wa corona tulikuwa chini sana kifedha. Kwa hivyo tulikuwa tunaongea na wao, ni mwanachama, unabeba, ukiuza maziwa, unapata nini? Unakuja unalipa baadaye. Kwa hivyo siwezi kamua ng'ombe wangu ati sina chakula, sababu unakipata kwa kikundi.
All over the world, climate change has become a monster and everyone is grappling with its effects. One of the major approaches of the NARIGP project is the promotion of sustainable land management practices as a mitigation strategy for climate change. In Kiambu, for example, the county team and the community have partnered to establish the Kamwamba Sustainable Land Management Project in Gatundu North Sub-County. Through the initiative, residents have been encouraged and supported to construct 48 kilometers of terraces and plant 5,675 avocados and 499 bananas on this hilly land to protect water catchment areas. Families living downstream that rely on this water for irrigation benefited from the revival and re-establishment of an old irrigation network. Also, 20 vulnerable families were identified upstream and given support to establish farm ponds within their home farms to encourage irrigated agriculture.
Here we are benefiting 227 farmers with the objective of purposely reducing land degradation. As you can see, the area is very steep and there is a lot of runoff. Before we came here, there were no conservation structures. So most of the farms were experiencing a lot of land degradation.
Wakati hii mradi nilijengewa, ilianza kujengwa 2020 April. Na wakati nilianza kuona kulima kwake ni mzuri, kwanza nililima mboga. Plant 1000. Na niliuza mboga moja shilingi 20. Nikaona na maso shilingi 20,000.
Juu hapo mbeleni sikuwa naweza panda mboga kama hizi hapa. Nilikuwa nazipanda huko chini, huko Ngurumo, juu maji iko huko. Hapa kwetu milima ndio mingi. Juu mvua sasa, kama una hata hii mitaro, mvua ikinyesha, hata manyua yote yenye ulikuwa umeweka inabebwa na maji inateremshwa huko chini.
Kamwaba SLM has 2 components. The soil and water conservation component, and the other component is youth employment program. And at the soil conservation aspect, that's where we have the water ponds, we have the agroforestry seedlings. There we have also soil and water conservation structures, and also we had issues to do with the farmers tour, and also garlic control. Then in the youth employment program, this is one of the key areas, key deliverables at the NARIGP. So here we were able to employ 100 youths in the 2 wards, 50 in the 1 ward and 50 in the other ward. Some of them even started engaging in agricultural activities. Some of them are doing now pig rearing. Some even have started dairy farming.
Sisi pande yetu youth tumebenefit sana, especially mimi sasa niko na ka project nimeanza Juja ka pigs, niko na ka small farm, so niko na 6 pigs hai, na naona nitaendelea, na hii project imenisaidia sana, nikanunua, and najua by next year, by hapo mwezi wa 6 hapo takuwa tena nimefungua ka butchery ka pork. So mimi naona hii project imetusaidia sana.
Through the project, we trained the farmers on how also to carry out some of the activities like the excavation of the structures, the terraces, the farm pots. We also trained the extension officers who are very, very instrumental in actually upscaling this technology. We have trained them, we have given them technical skills. So we expect that to be a very big measure moving forward.
Miaka kama 5 hivi hapa niko sio mahali nitakuwa nimeenda mbele sana. Juu NARIGP imenifanya nimekuwa na avocado, nimekuwa na makadamia, nimekuwa na tomato, nimekuwa na madizi, nimekuwa na majani. Pia hiyo majani inatumia hii maji, juu wakati maji imejaa kwa hii mtaro inateremka huko kwa majani, hata kama ipitii juu inapitia huko chini. Kwa hivyo majani kwa shamba yangu inakaa evergreen hata wakati wa kiangazi. Kwa hivyo ile faida mimi naonanga tuseme kwa mwaka mzima siko zangi kama 100,000 kwa shamba yangu.
Investments made by the NARIGP project in Kiambu County are increasing production and boosting profits for all. The farmers, young and old, the processors, old and new, and even the environment are all benefiting. It is the story of increased quantities and quality of supply, while at the same time protecting the earth that gives. It is the story of stabilizing family incomes, of a bold county with bold residents making a niche for themselves from value chains that they are proud of. It is the story of hope, big dreams, cherished investments, and satisfied hearts. The story of NARIGP project in Kiambu.